Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and I had a request to do some Galactus GBR with Captain America. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. But I thought we'd do a little bit of a double whammy, and we're going to push old Captain as high as he can, at least on my account, against Thanos. So let's take a look at my build. He has almost 40,000 physical attack, which is insane considering he doesn't have a leadership right now. He has more or less max attack speed, he has 72 crit rate, he has 163 critical damage, max skill cooldown, and 64% dodge. And this dodge and this crit rate are very important. Now, the crit rate is going to be maxed out when we do the fight against Thanos. And the reason for that is because we'll be using Deadpool as a striker, and Deadpool offers 6% crit rate and 10% critical damage as a bonus to Captain America for having him as a striker. So this will actually be maxed out at 75% easily, and this will actually be 173 critical damage, which is still pretty low, guys. That's still 27% low, 27% low compared to the 200% max, which really hurts our damage. But against Galactus, these are the exact stats that you're going to see. And if this was at 75%, we'd be doing even more damage. This here is going to get his ignore defense is going to get maxed out every time we use the fifth skill. And he has the leadership, which we won't be utilizing today. And there's going to be a reason for that, guys. We'll explain it in a moment. He has all of his gears at 25. He's a tier 3, obviously. And he has all 5-star Urus. And I could definitely give Cap some love. These skill cooldown Urus aren't doing jack for him. I really should give him some critical damage. But that just makes this run all that much more interesting. All of his gears are at 6. And honestly, guys, the thing about Captain America that's the true nightmare is his tier 3. Now, this is like one of the best tier 3s in the game and also one of the worst. What makes it one of the best is having the immunity, the ignore defense. It does have an all defense down, but unfortunately it only applies in Shadowland and PvP game modes. It will not apply in World Boss. And it has this damage accumulation and ignore target dodge rate by 100%. I mean, it's got a lot of text, and it removes all debuffs for 3 seconds. This is an amazing tier 3. But the thing about this freaking thing is that you have to charge it. And as all of you probably already know, that is a pain in the butt. Because every time you charge this thing, you're going to be rooted. You're going to be sitting in one area, and you can take a freaking crap ton of damage if that immunity is not up. This is only a 3-second immunity. Now, when you're doing your rotation, you always want to hit the one skill, which is going to give you another immunity, a 3-second immunity also. So you want to hit this before you do your tier 3 every time so you don't take damage while you're trying to charge your tier 3. But that tier 3 can be canceled super easily, and that is extremely annoying, and you have to take damage when you do the tier 3. So it's very difficult to time, very difficult, especially if you're playing with a damage proc. Now I'm playing with a CTP of Rage to make things a little easier, but it's still a freaking nightmare to do that freaking thing. It's oh my god, I hate it so much, to be honest, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And we have this 25% all attack buff here on this fifth skill, and there's that 10% ignore defense that lasts for 10 seconds. So you only need 40% ignore defense with this uniform or with his Infinity War uniform. Take a look at the rest of the build. He has fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set, and we have that CTP of Rage, and Cap's uniform is at Mythic. So guys, we're not going to waste no more time. We're going to get right into the action. So let's take on Galactus first, and then we'll take on the Purple Monkey. So let's rock and roll. Okay guys, so here we are. You see that I will be using White Fox against Galactus. I should have used Coulson, to be honest, because Coulson offers a 20% guaranteed critical rate, and that would really help that CTP of Rage proc more often. But yeah. But I thought maybe it would be better to have her in here because she does give an extra 60% damage dealt to supervillains as long as your damage character has leadership, which Cap has. And Cap can do this, guys. You know, with a CTP of energy, with a damage proc, it's going to be really difficult. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But if you're using Nick Fury as a leadership instead of, using She-Hulk, you're still going to be able to do it, but it will be pretty difficult. I'm using She-Hulk because, one, I'm using a Rage, and I kind of want to keep it free-to-play friendly. I guess you could argue whether or not a Rage is free-to-play friendly, but you can get one from a CTP selector with the Pimtron uniform. You can get one when you rank up Thanos to rank 6 or Spider-Man to rank 6. I know that takes a long time, but it can be done. And yeah, guys, and you can definitely see that we got Shirag in here who's doing quite a bit of damage. We're actually blowing through this quite fast. But we just really want to see how much damage he does at the end of this. And the trick with him, and this is going to be in both runs, is trying to take damage when you're doing the tier 3. It really is a nightmare. You know, with Galactus, yeah, he does slow, sluggish moves, but you got to be at a distance to get him to hit you with his hand. And you need to be close to do the 5 and the 1 before the tier 3. So you'll see right here, we're going to get that tier 3 ready to off cooldown here. There it is. Now we're going to hit it. Now right there, we did take a little damage. So it worked out pretty good right there. And you see we did a crap ton of damage. I mean, Cap is amazing when you can take damage during that tier 3. If you can't take damage during that thing, your damage is not going to look very good. And that's really the crux of this guy. I mean, it's like, it makes him amazing when you can do it and when you can take damage, but it's also extremely difficult to time it. It's a real pain in the butt. He's not a character that I would... Well, I mean, if you had a couple Captain Americas and you brought him in here, yeah, sure. But if you was trying to rely on just one Captain America to carry 2 other teams that are, you know, that are set up pretty weak, it's going to be fairly difficult. Now, Cap can definitely do it. I mean, if I had Nick Fury with this rage, no problem. He can definitely carry a team by himself. He can definitely solo Galactus by himself. But it's not going to be like Namor, who has just automatic damage accumulation. You don't have to take damage to deal more damage, and that really hurts old Cap. Even though he doesn't have his all defense down against Galactus, he's still powerful as hell, guys. And you'll see how much damage he does at the end of this run. It's going to be pretty tough for him to beat Shirag. I mean, you know, Sharon's just OP as hell. Right there, we didn't take any damage at all. And you can see the difference, guys. Like, what do we do? Like 2 bars? But when he takes damage during that tier 3, he'll do a crap ton of damage. He'll do like multiple bars, no problem. So let's see how much damage he did. Okay, so Shirag beat us. Well, it looks like a tie, man. 49.4%. So, pretty awesome, guys. In 3 minutes, he did 50% of the damage with a free-to-play setup. So, let's take on the Purple Monkey. Okay, guys, so we're going to be pushing Cap as much as we can. We're going to be attempting stage 45 with this old boy. 45, guys. Way up there. A lot of people seem to think, oh, Cap can't do something like this. But I'm telling you right now, he can. In fact, on a different account, he could go even higher. I'm betting money, guys, that he could go do stage 50 on certain accounts. I know he can. I know he can. The trick is just doing as much damage in the first 2 phases as you can. With all these high-level clears against Thanos, that's always the key. Bringing Weapon Hex in there and Deadpool and getting as much all defense down as you can, and just laying it to old Thanos. So we got our tier 3. We hit it. Booyah. Okay, so we got 4 minutes and 18 seconds left. We're going into the next phase. Now, I'm using Coulson instead of White Fox because Coulson offers a 20% guaranteed critical rate. That is going to help proc that CTP of Rage more often. And I tried this with White Fox multiple times. I have way more luck using Coulson if you're using a CTP of Rage. Look at all that damage, guys. Thank God Weapon Hex coming here. And the trick, guys, is you're trying to get through the first 2 phases in 1 minute. When you're pushing as high as you can against Thanos, that's the trick. Trying to get through the first 2 phases as fast as you can, or at least within a minute. And that's pretty much about what we just did. Now we're going to go hit our 5, we're going to hit our 1 and our 4. And if you notice, I do that a lot. I'll hit the 5, then I'll hit the 1 to get that immunity up, and then I'll hit the 4. You do get the invincibility from the 4, but Thanos can debuff that crap. So you always want to hit your immunity on your 1 before you do the 4, and the invincibility will not override the immunity. That way you don't take damage if Thanos throws in blue balls like he's doing right there. Now we just went ahead and switched. I got a little worried, but we want to switch to Nick Fury at this point anyways, and we're doing awesome, guys. We got 8 bars left. We got 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Now let's run around these tornadoes here. We're gonna run up here. We're gonna use our attack buff. Come on now, come on. You get our attack buff. Booyah! We're gonna hit our 5, our 1, and our 4. We used our co-op there. I just try to throw the co-op whenever I can, guys. The co-op really doesn't matter at this point. At this point, we're just doing as much damage with it as we can, or trying to get as much extra damage as we can with the characters from the co-op. Okay, so we're going to switch back to Nick Fury, and you always want to utilize Nick Fury if you can. If you're using Warwolf, you want to utilize these attack buffs as much as you can when you're doing any clears, guys. High level, low level, it doesn't matter. Well, I guess for low level, I guess it really doesn't matter if it's an easy clear for you, but if it's difficult for you, you definitely want to utilize all the attack buffs. Now, there we hit our 5, we hit the co-op, then we hit the 1, then the 4. We're just pouring it on. We're going to try to get that tier 3 off cooldown. Now we're going to run around. Thanos is a bit of a wuss. He's got to go hide like a little pansy. So here we're going to hit our 5, hit our 1, then our 4. There we go. Come on, buddy. Come on, Cap. You can do it. You can do it. We got about 2 minutes left, guys, and we got about 5.5 bars to go. Now Thanos is trying to get tricky, the bastard. He's throwing out his purple. We got to be careful. And the thing about Cap, if Cap is in the middle of doing certain skills and Thanos does that purple, you better switch your character, because you can't just run away when Cap's doing a skill. That can cause him to freaking die, so it's just better to be on the safe side and switch if you're in the middle of doing a skill when Thanos throws out that purple. We're going to pick up a few of these heals, run up here, try not to take any damage. We're going to hit our 5, our 1, then our 4. There we go. Even with the damage proc, guys, if you do the 5, 1, 4, put the damage proc on the 4, you still can do that and you'll be just fine. Here we go again. We're going to run out here, get our attack buff. Come on, wait. There we go, get it. Okay, now we're going to switch to Cap. We're not going to get the attack buff because by the time we get back to Thanos, we lost it, but it is what it is, guys. Sometimes you got to just go with the flow and do what you can. And there we go. We took quite a bit of damage from Thanos throwing out that laser. Thank you, you big freaking purple monkey. Hell yeah. And the beauty about the Rage, guys, if you notice, we're still doing a crap ton of damage on that 4 after we hit the tier 3 because that damage accumulation lasts for 10 seconds. So as long as you take damage during the tier 3, you're able to hit your 4 afterwards. You're still going to have that damage accumulation. Oh my god. And that's really nice when you have a Rage. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. 32 seconds left, stage 45 with Captain America. So I guarantee you guys, on some accounts, this dude could do stage 50. But for me, it's pretty freaking difficult. So guys, let me know what you think about Cap, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.